All right, there's superstar Cynthia. Cy Smith is ready to rock and roll.
Excellent. I appreciate this.
Did it ask you that I'm streaming live on YouTube?
It did, and I
Awesome,
accept it.
awesome. Let's rock and roll. Well, first and foremost, like we always do, we talk about how we met, and you and I had a chance to have a little brief conversation about that yesterday. But here's my perception. Then you tell them your side of it. I
Okay.
knew from when I got your name, address, and phone number that you were important enough to document and try to stay in touch with, and one day find out what you do. So I
Excellent.
didn't have the location where I got it from, but I just knew you were someone to engage because you was in Chi-Town and you was doing something. So you tell our audience, how do you feel we met?
I think initially we met at the Bop Biz Center when it was on 79th Street at an event. And I remembered some of the things that you spoke about. Moving forward, there was an event at Privilege Restaurant on 69th and South Chicago Avenue, and you were
Yeah.
one of the speakers. And so I remembered you, and I think I approached you, and I may have had your number in my phone already. You were at the door, in fact, when I think about it. And
Yeah.
then again, someone called me from your organization about the Dollar uh, Block Club University initiative.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's how it
Now,
happened.
it was beautiful what you said about that yesterday. What did you go through your brain? They're wasting time over $1. What was your thought process when you got engaged?
Actually, no, what I thought was, holy cow, this guy just got me to Zelle him $2. And it's like, I just Zelle somebody $2. But but as a business person, I just saw how networking and communicating your message, how powerful it can be. So I'm just
Yeah.
one person that gave $2. And then I remember going on Facebook and I saw other people in the initiative, and it just kind of just started marinating. I just thought it was kind of cool.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's the reason why we're doing this interview. Our network is 20 zip codes in Chicago, third largest city in America. So it's an important city. And we have leaders in every zip code. And every Wednesday, like biblically, is economic day. So here we are on Thursday, but we had our conversation on Economic Wednesday about how we keep Black dollars circulating with Black people, just like
Absolutely.
Chinatown, just like Greek Town, just like Little Italy. There's nothing wrong, Black people, with us circulating with our own. So that's why I wanted to bring you on, so my people will be able to look at you, hear from you, get comfortable with you, so that they can engage you and support you as well. Cool.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
So, if you don't mind, introduce yourself to our audience. Who are you? Where you come from? And then tell us what you do.
Okay, my name is Cynthia Clark, and I was born and raised in Chicago. I grew up in Inglewood, went to Harper High School, which is no more. They merged it with some other schools. And from there, I went on to Loyola University. So I minored in business. No, I majored in business administration and I minored in marketing. And from there, I got my first real time job at the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad. We used to be at 165 North Canal. They're luxury lofts now.
Yeah.
And from there, yeah, from there, I went to St. Louis because the Union Pacific Railroad, which was a larger railroad, merged or gobbled us up basically. And they said,
Mm.
Cynthia, if you want to keep this job, you got to go to St. Louis.
Now, did
And
you
so,
have children you picked up and moved to St. Louis?
no, I didn't have children yet. I didn't have
Okay.
children yet. So when my dad got sick, I came back to Chicago. I was there 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. So I came back to Chicago, and that's when met my husband down here. But we got married in St. Louis and came back, had my daughter, and she's in college. But while I was at the railroad, one of the things that frustrated me, Cy, was back then, and some companies still do that today. They when it was time for us to fill out our benefits package, and this is the railroad, it had pension, 401k, stock options, all kind of stuff. They put us in a room with no one talking to us, gave us the packet, and told us to fill it out. And although I had a degree from Loyola and all the other stuff, I didn't understand money. And so, guess what? I was just guessing at what to pick. And I was so frustrated because I thought I was kind of smart. Like at Harper, I was the valedictorian, right? So I thought I was kind of smart, you know. And so I hated not knowing that. And from then on, I just kind of started my road into financial services.
So did you pick well or you pick poorly? Like, did you screw yourself with the pick that you
No,
made?
you know what? I made money. My 401k did. Well, you know, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, it grew, but I don't even remember what it was in anymore because I'm not there anymore. So you know, you roll
Okay.
it over and all the other stuff. So, so I don't know. But from my ignorance, I felt like it was good. But
Okay.
the fact of the matter is, I did not know. I was ignorant.
Right. Good to you, right? But when you compare it with the market, it might have not been. I get you. But
Yeah.
growing up, were you always into numbers and finance? You were good at math?
Okay, so check this out. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay, great. Now check this out. Harper High School, I was a valedictorian, but one of my favorite classes was accounting. So when I was in high school, I was like, hey, I'm going to be an accountant.
Okay.
But then when I got to got to college, I was like, oh, these are too many numbers for me. And so I kind of stepped back and I just did, basic business admin and minored in marketing. But I guess I was kind of.
Now, I worked at Ernst and Young for almost 20 years.
Okay.
Yep. So they are one of the big five, big four now, accounting firms in the world. So
Yes.
excellent. So now what are you doing now?
Right now, I work in the financial services industry. So I'm investment licensed. So I help people with IRAs. I can help individuals. I can help companies like small businesses set up their 401ks, things of that nature. And one of the things I'm really excited about is the financial literacy workshops that I do. And so we use this booklet. There's an e-booklet and then there's a hard copy. And everyone I come across, I make sure they get this free financial literacy booklet entitled How Money Works. It is off the chain. It's the
And what
stuff.
ages is that appropriate for?
You know what? We have one that's called How Money Works for Kids. It's a parent guide. But this one, I would say grammar school kids can start learning from this.
Excellent. Now that's important. Why is that important to you though?
Because, when we know better sooner, when we know better earlier, then we can navigate the pitfalls because we're gonna fall down. You know what I mean? So like it's gonna happen. You're gonna have some challenges. But if you know what your goal is ahead of time, then when you fall, you can kind of get back up and it's a compass. So one of the things we do, we provide something called a financial needs analysis for anyone that wants one. It's complimentary. It's something that Citigroup had put together years ago and Citibank had used, but our firm, through a former affiliation, one of our CEOs got us that software program. So I'm able to put together a financial needs analysis for someone that actually shows them sign based on how much money they want to have when they retire, when they want to retire, exactly how much money they need to accumulate to reach the goal. Number one. Number two, how much a month they need to set aside, given a certain rate of return to reach that goal. Now, what if we had that information when we got our first freaking job?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's why the Wednesday habit keyword keeps repeating every Wednesday habit. So you become habitual with even seeking out knowledge on finance, on the economy. So that's where you match perfectly. It's a marriage made in heaven for you guys to get out there and help win people over. Just like today is Thursday, but we made the connection on Wednesday. You can do the same thing. Meet people in Inglewood on Monday, connect with them, and just keep it going, even though Wednesday is our habit for it. But now tell us this, though, because I wanted to really hone in on our community. Do you think it's important for the Black community, though, when we talk about finance or the economy?
Absolutely. So like, for instance, I'm in the financial services industry. I'm investment licensed. What does that mean? That means, I had to get a security. So I did a 663. What does that mean? That means you can help people with mutual funds, IRAs, of variable annuities, things like that, and companies. Series 7, that's like helping people, buy stocks and things of that nature. But what percentage would you think of the Black community has that kind of license?
Or is it 1%?
It's about 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
about,
surprised. Yeah, I'm not.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so we need more. What does that mean? That means when we're ready to get an IRA, um, when we're ready to roll our money over, the baby boomers they are retiring like crazy right now, and they got money. They've been putting money in their 401k. Some of them have a lot of pensions, and guess what? They may have, let's say, $500,000 in their investments. When it's time for them to roll it over, a lot of times, because we're not licensed, enough of us in the industry, we have to go outside of our community to get that done. And
Do
so
you
it's very
see
important.
do you see exploitation being a part of our elders, the ones who's retired, and people coming in and exploiting them? Is that a part of it?
Dude, absolutely. Even, like my dad, he transitioned, but I remember when, the house went in foreclosure. This was like when I was a freshman in college. And I
Mm.
remember the second year, no, after my first year of college, I didn't have a home. I had to go stay with my grandmama because my dad had lost the house. But guess what? He got an attorney side. And he paid the attorney. When my dad went to that office for his second appointment with the guy, do you know that dude had left and he was not our color? And I remember going through his suitcase, after he transitioned, and it's just the knowledge. We just need people we know, we like, and we trust to share this
Yep.
information. Yeah.
Yep. That's how I was gonna say. Relationships is everything. That's why. See, people can look at you. They can see you, and Black folks read you by the way they read you by how you look. They can read your spirit, your tone of
Mhm.
voice, everything. So that's why
Yeah.
it's crucial for them to see. And like I say, our leaders in every zip code, they all get these videos so that way they can share with the people in their neighborhood. So what is it that what do you offer? What do you want people to do?
What I would like people to do, if they're interested in seeing what I have to offer and how I do it, I'd like for them to contact me to get the free financial literacy booklet. I can send it to them via electronic ebook, or I'm actually going to be at a pop-up and I'll be having them in person this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'll be at a beautiful Black-owned business in the Beverly community. It's called Blue Lady, a Wellness Boutique. And every week, every Saturday through April, they're going to do a pop-up. So I'll be there sharing this information with the vendors because they're making extra money. They could be investing. They could set up a self-employed pension plan, but they can get in contact with me, get the booklet, and then set up a time for me to just kind of share what I do on Zoom.
So that's December 7th because this is pre-recorded. They won't know. So Saturday,
Okay.
December 7th. What time?
It's going to be 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Wow, all day.
Blue Lady of Wellness Boutique every Saturday through April.
Excellent. And how do people reach you?
They can reach me by phone. My number is 312-802-7015. And yeah, they can call me or text me, and then I can send them a link to my website.
I love it. One more time. What's that phone number again?
Area code 312-802-7015, and it's Cynthia Clark. And that's my
Now,
personal cell.
yep, that's what I was going to say. As we close out, I want to just give this endorsement of you. We talked about your daughter and how well she's doing as well. And I think the key for people to know, you are a mother, and that's a different spirit. That's a different responsibility. That's a
Yeah.
legacy that you want to leave. So as we close out, how do you see you leaving your legacy to your daughter so others can envision what they can leave to their children?
Okay, well, one of the things I'd like to say, like I'm going through a divorce. And so as I was going through life with my daughter, she saw me kind of struggling. Okay. And so now that she's in school, one of the things I really want to do is just continue to build my agency, have my own agency. I have a broker now, but I'd like to be the broker one day. And so in my business, you can actually own the agency. You can, like a franchise, like someone like Willie Wilson had his McDonald's franchise back in the day. A lot of people don't know
That's
that, right? So I'd like to have my own agency. And in this situation, it's like when I transition, or if I decide at some point to sell, I could sell my agency to another broker, or I could pass it on to my daughter when she gets licensed. And if I transition and I have an ownership position, guess what? She gets the agency. She can do what she wants with it.
That's perfect. Now, you say she saw you struggling. I'm sure she saw you just struggling financially because you're a Black queen, and I already know that the spirit, the ancestors kept you pressing forward. Would you say that's accurate?
Absolutely. In fact, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, I homeschooled her. And then she went to high school because she said, Mom, I need some peers. And guess what? She went to Comer, Gary Comer College Prep, and she graduated third in her class.
Awesome.
So yeah, she saw me at home homeschooling. Yeah.
Nah, kudos to you. Anything I left out that you want to mention to our audience?
You know what? I just want to thank you for allowing me this space. The other thing I'd like to say as well is that I'm empathetic. I understand. And so some people, when it comes to financial literacy, they are afraid to talk to folks about it. And they don't think that they have enough money, like it's IRA season. People don't think they have enough money to even start. And there are companies out there, if you don't have $25,000, they're not going to deal with you. If you don't have I know one agent, he's with a company. If you don't have $100,000 to invest, they will not talk to you. But with my firm, we can get people started with as little as $25 a month. I just set somebody up yesterday for that just never had an IRA or 401k or anything before. And so that's what I want to leave, that we can start from anywhere.
That's actually a home run. What you just did is all this conversation could have went over someone's head who's in a struggle situation. What you just did was brought it right home, and you put that dollar amount on it that just made some antennas go up. Kudos to you, lady. I appreciate you.
Yes. You know what? I want to mention one other thing too. So I do investments. That's one of my favorite things. So I talk about that a lot. But the other thing, I'm licensed in insurance, right? And did you know that a lot of brothers, there's mass incarceration being targeted by the police, have that felony thing going on. And with life insurance, a lot of companies, if you have a felony, they won't cover you. But guess what? That background does not matter when it comes to setting up your investments. That can't stop you from getting an IRA. That can't stop you from getting a 401k. And so I wanted to mention that as well, because sometimes our brothers made mistakes, don't feel like they can stop.
Yeah, no, but that's information we can talk offline, because we got to have a workaround to that. I don't like hearing that at all. That's disturbing to me. We got to have a plan B.
And the investments is one of it, but that's something I'm seeing out here. Yeah.
Yeah, but with investment, you got to have some income, right? I mean, because that's the whole piece.
We talk about it. Yeah, they can have a job. They can earn income and get in investments. That's not a problem.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're not talking insurance.
What I'm saying is, there are a lot of insurance agencies. If you have a felony, they will not insure you.
Yeah. That's a broader conversation, because that sounds like some straight racism, slavery type stuff. Because they insured enslaved people, and that's how Chase Bank had 25,000 enslaved people. So now you not go do that. That's we go talk offline on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I broke up while I was talking.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Okay.
well, I just want to say we got this captured, it's documented, and I'm gonna send you the link to it so you can share it with your network. And as you know, Wednesdays we're gonna be making sure our leaders have it as well. All right. So I appreciate you,
Phenomenal.
Cynthia.
Thank you, Sai. You have a good one.